How to open context menu in MacOS Finder with keyboard. I'm sure most of us here like doing things as efficiently as possible, and therefore we're a bunch of keyboard junkies. With a file, or group of files, highlighted, is there a way to open the context menu, equivalent of right-click, with the keyboard?
Short answer, no. Most items in the Finder's context menu are already accessible via the menu bar and AMP. Anything in the menu bar is fair game for a custom keyboard shortcut in System Preferences and GT, Keyboard and GT, Keyboard Shortcuts and GT, Application Shortcuts. You can assign keyboard shortcuts for most apps, Firefox excluded, in that panel, and that includes the Finder. If it doesn't immediately take effect, just relaunch the Finder.
Quicksilver proxy objects, specifically the current selection proxy object. This will let you invoke Quicksilver with all of the items you have selected in the Finder as the thing you do stuff to. I have a trigger, mine set to +Shift+Space, set up to get all the currently selected items in the Finder. The end result is that I can perform actions on the currently selected items in the Finder with, like, 3 keystrokes. Most of the things I can do to the items are in the context menu, but not all, if I recall. Still, pretty handy.
Not quite exactly the context menu, very close however. If you use the commands for universal access, you can get to the menu for the task button in the button bar. Press Ctrl F5 to put the focus on the button bar. Press Tab until the task button is highlighted. Press Space to open it. Use the arrows to make your selection. Note that you may have to enable universal access, and that you can change the Ctrl F5 shortcut in the keyboard preframe. Also, the name of the button may be slightly different in English. I'm running in Dutch, and can't be bothered to switch languages to check the exact translation.
This answers the more specific question in your comment to your original question. It could probably have been a new question since it is much more specific. To set the color label of the currently selected files, you can combine an AppleScript program or a shell program that uses OzScript with any of the multitude of launcher applications, Quicksilver, FastScripts, etc. that can run AppleScript programs or shell programs based on a shortcut key combination. For any of the scripts below, paste them into Script Editor, AppleScript Editor, and save them in script format or whatever format your chosen launcher uses. The usual place for such saved scripts would be /library/scripts/applications/finder, but, depending on your launcher, you could use other locations. Here is a simple version that you can hard code to any one of the labels. If you only have a couple of labels that you use, you might save a couple of copies of this and bind a key to each copy. Here is a version that always prompts you for which label to apply. When the dialog appears, type 1 of 0 to 7 to select the label, then hit return to apply it to the items selected in Finder.
Usage each value as you have in quote.